and Ben Potricus as well. So the third and final heat of the men's 1500 metres. These fellas really do have a huge opportunity, because spots in the final are not particularly tough to come by as long as you move around at a decent tempo. They've got to move around at about 60 seconds per lap and then have a little kick over the last 300 metres, and you can be finishing 6th place in this race and get into the final. And as I say that, they clearly think you're talking absolute rubbish. We're going to have a little jog around here. And Hussey, the one man that says, well, look, this is just embarrassing. Ethan Hussey of Leeds City. He's a 3:42 performer. I'll tell you what, Ethan, if I was you, just get your head down and go for it, son. Build up a gap, let them race amongst themselves. Just go for it. On paper, he shouldn't make the top 3, but he's got an opportunity now. It's a shame, Hannah. I think they've already blown it in terms of the clock, don't you?
I do think yeah, when you see them almost grinding to a halt in that second 100 metres, you think it's a way and done. Well, have a look at the clock. Ethan Hussey taking up the running there, 65, 4:03 pace. So there you go. All that information was available to these men. We saw them off in sort of the slipstream. You can see down the side of one of the tracks. The next heat gets to sit there and wait. They knew that it was a 3:43, 3:44 to get a non-automatic qualifying slot. They couldn't make it happen. And Ethan Hussey, he's gone out in the lead, but he's not really going to do any damage. He's just there to be shot at. He's almost waiting for the likes of George Mills or Jake Wightman to swing around the outside of him and make a move.
They get 600 metres in about 1:36, 1:37. 65.06 at 400 metres. It's 4 abreast coming down the home straight with 2 laps to run. Jake Wightman has absolutely no need to worry about this, frankly. We know he's got plenty of speed. He's in good form as they come through with 800 to run. Every single one of these fellas knows now they're going to have to finish in the top 3, because I think this will be the slowest of the 3 heats. And it's top 3 or go home. Wightman on the inside there, just a little bit boxed, a bit more boxed than I would like, but he's got 700 to run as they go through 800 metres. 400 was 65.06, 800, Hannah, nearly 2:09.
Well, that is, yeah, back at themselves on 4-minute pace. They've gone 4:3 place to a 4-minute pace, and you can see the way they're spread out on the track here. This is such an inefficient way to run. It really just throws the form book out of the window. George Mills doing well just to get it moving ever so slightly. Jake Wightman, he is pretty boxed there. You don't want to get clipped, you don't want to get spiked, but you'd like to think George Mills and Jake Wightman should be able to turn on the afterburners here. But for everybody else, this could be anybody's. They've got 500 metres to go, and it's who can hold their nerve. Ethan Hussey doing well to fight himself back into the middle of the pack there with his Leeds AC vest. Sean Malloy moving up as they take the bell.
Well, 1 lap to go. There's time yet for Jake Wightman to get out of that box. 2:54 at the bell. It's desperately slow. Wightman, though, may want to see an acceleration here, open up 1 or 2 gaps. He's in 3rd place at the moment as Mills controls things with 300 to run through 1,200 metres. And the time at 1,200 after 59 lap is 3:08. Most of that hard running coming in the last couple 100 metres as Mills begins to stretch away. Wightman is off the curb at last, onto the shoulder of Mills. And these two controlling things. Mills even has a little glance around his shoulder there, and Jake Wightman, remember, with that 3:29 speed, 3:32 recently, and a 3:50 mile for a new Scottish record in Oslo. Looks very comfortable. He and Mills both glancing over their shoulders. The rest of them battling away for the 3rd spot, the precious 3rd spot. It's Elson in 3rd place at the moment. Callum Elson of Roundhay Runners battling away. McMillan coming through as well for that 3rd spot. Ben Millen from Central AC. Who's going to get there? Elson's going to get it. It's going to be Wightman, Mills and Elson. 1, 2, 3, and the rest of them, well, not a lot to show for their championships. You take your chances and you learn from races like that, and that's what you have to take.